Hi, I'm Rob from B&H, and this is the last episode in our three-part video series dedicated to helping DSLR video shooters get better audio quality in their productions. Our first two videos looked at improving your in-camera audio. Well, this time we're looking at what we generally think is the best method for capturing good quality audio during a shoot, a dual system method. Dual system simply means that we're using two separate devices, a DSLR camera for the video and an entirely different device for the audio. Maybe a microphone with integrated flash recording, a portable audio recorder, or perhaps a field mixer and recorder. Right now, for example, my AT899 lav mic is being recorded on a Zoom H6 portable audio recorder. Generally, a separate, dedicated device yields much better sound quality than the built-in audio features on a DSLR, and they record to SD cards or internal memory, so there's no mechanical noise to leak into your recording. The catch, and there's always a catch, is that you'll have to operate two devices, and you'll have to sync your sound and video later in post, which is why remembering to slate your takes is very important when working this way. Now, just to remind you of how bad the in-camera audio really is, I've removed my lav mic and you're listening to me being recorded directly to the Canon 7D's audio track from its built-in microphone. It's not very pleasant, but in one-man run-and-gun situations, you might not have time to hook up lav mics, and you won't have a sound man with you to hold a boom mic. So let's check out a camera-mountable shotgun with an integrated flash recorder. So now you're listening to me being recorded by the Shure VP83F lens hopper. In our first video, we looked at run-and-gun style solutions for single camera shooters that use camera-mountable microphones and record sound to the camera's audio tracks. Well, the VP83F compact shotgun microphone is a fairly lightweight microphone designed to mount to your DSLR rig, but unlike the mics we looked at in previous videos, this bad boy has its own built-in MicroSDHC recorder, which captures WAV files at a 24-bit, 48 kHz sampling rate. It also has much better preamps and converters than those in a DSLR, so the sound quality is substantially better than that of audio recorded in camera. The VP83F features an integrated shock mount that suspends the mic on these elastic bands to help isolate it from handling noise and vibrations. On the side are two mini jacks. One allows you to send an additional feed to record to the camera as a backup, as well as a guide for syncing the sound later in post, while the other one is for headphone monitoring. While a camera-mounted mic like this is a bit too far away from your subject to get ideal sound capture, the VP83F is a good solution for one-man run-and-gun situations, and its highly directional supercardioid polar pattern does help to minimize unwanted off-axis sound and focus audio capture at the end of the barrel. It's certainly a vast improvement over the camera's built-in microphone and audio recorder. Camera-mountable microphones with integrated recorders are recent developments, but a more traditional dual-system recording solution common to DSLR shooters is the portable audio recorder. This model from Tascam, the DR-40, is a good example, and I'm using one to record my AT899 lav mic for this part of the video. Portable audio recorders are usually going to have built-in microphones, just like the stereo pair on the DR-40 that, in this case, adjusts from an AB configuration to an XY configuration depending on the width of the stereo image you want to capture. The recorder has a 1/4-20 thread on the bottom, and with an adapter, you can attach the recorder to your camera's shoe mount. Another option is to pick up a recorder with interchangeable microphones like the Nagra SD or the new Zoom H6. The Nagra SD is a superbly built recorder that delivers brilliant stereo and mono recordings of incredible clarity. But while not as elegant, especially for handheld operation, the H6 is less expensive and offers an extensive feature set that should work very, very well for DSLR shoots. Now, the built-in microphones on portable audio recorders usually sound quite good and are useful for a lot of applications: music recording, ambience, field recordings, and more. Recorders with interchangeable mics are even more versatile. You can choose between stereo and mono mics. The Zoom H6 even offers mid-side and shotgun mic attachments. but using the recorder's microphones has a few disadvantages. If I mount the recorder to my camera rig, that puts it conveniently near me, but now the mics are going to be quite a distance from our subjects, and that means we're going to pick up a lot of room tone and ambient sound, especially considering most of these mic arrays are designed to capture a fairly wide stereo field. If I attach the recorder to a boom pole to get it closer to the action, I can't see my input levels and monitor what's happening on the recorder very well. So rather than use the recorder's built-in mics, a better solution is to use external microphones instead, possibly a shotgun, a lavalier, or a small diaphragm condenser. Position them closer to the source and plug them into the recorder's external inputs. In the second video, we looked at various XLR microphones, so take a look at part 2 for more details on various mics. We're not going to cover all that again here. Suffice to say, you need to choose a recorder that's the right fit for the kind of external mic you want to work with. The Zoom H2N, for example, is an excellent recorder, and it allows you to use external microphones, but only if they output to a 3.5mm mini jack. If you want to use XLR microphones, you'll need a recorder that accepts XLR inputs, like the Zoom H6 and H4n, the Tascam DR-40 and DR-100 Mark II, or any one of the myriad of other options out there. If your mic requires phantom power, you should also make sure your portable audio recorder supplies it. Beyond the XLR inputs and phantom power, a portable audio recorder has additional advantages over your DSLR's audio system. The sound quality of the microphone preamps and the analog to digital converter in a dedicated audio recorder is going to be far superior to what you get in a camera. Also, most cameras limit you to a 16-bit 48 kHz sampling rate, which is not bad, but many audio recorders allow for rates of up to 24-bit 96 kHz for even better fidelity. In addition, many portable audio recorders also have a limiter or compressor option on the input to help keep sudden loud sounds from clipping, which is very handy in the field. Some of them, like the DR-40, even offer a dual record mode that allows you to record a second backup audio track at a lower level in case your main track is a little too hot in places. Another critical feature our audio recorder brings to the table is pretty basic, a headphone jack for monitoring. Although in newer models we're finally starting to see headphone jacks, most older DSLRs don't have one. So you really have no idea how the in-camera audio actually sounds until your shoot is over and you play it in post. Scary. A recorder, on the other hand, always has a headphone jack, allowing you to monitor the input while recording, and you can easily play files back while on the set to check for problems, avoiding those nasty surprises in post. Now, if you know you aren't going to be using the built-in microphones on a portable audio recorder, you could choose a linear PCM recorder, like this Tascam DR-60D, which I'm using to record my voice for this part of the video. This 4-channel recorder has been specifically designed with a form factor and feature set for DSLR shooters. The DR-60D features 2 XLR 1/4-inch combo jacks, as well as a stereo mini jack input, all of which can accommodate and power external microphones, and there are no built-in mics on the recorder, helping to keep the cost down. A mini jack output from the DR-60D allows you to record a backup to the camera's audio track, and additional features like a Slate Button, auto tone option, easy to access gain knobs, limiter, dual record mode, and more make it a very good fit for DSLR shooters. We did an entire video on the Tascam DR-60D, so please check that out for a more in-depth look. Like most portable audio recorders, the DR-60D linear PCM recorder gives you only 2 XLR inputs, but maybe you need more. Say you've got 4 people wearing lav mics, or perhaps you've got a couple of lavs and some additional microphones for ambience, something like that. For this kind of scenario, a portable field recorder used to be our only option. The Edirol Roland R44 and the Tascam DR-680 are inexpensive units with a lot of features. Both of these units give you 4 Combo XLR 1/4-inch inputs, and all your inputs can be recorded onto separate tracks. This means that unlike a lot of portable field recorders that force you to mix all of your sources to one stereo track in the field, these units allow you to mix your separate audio tracks later in post. But for DSLR shooters, the new Zoom H6 is probably going to be an even better fit. I'm using it again to record my lav mic for this section of the video. We'll take a more in-depth look at the H6 in a future video, but in brief, In addition to the detachable mics I mentioned earlier, the H6 features 4 Combo XLR-TRS connections, with 2 more available on the optional XLR-TRS Attachment. And it's a 6-channel recorder, so each input can be recorded to its own track for later mixdown in post, and it's smaller and less expensive than both the R44 and the DR-60D. Of course, professional sound men have been mixing multiple sources down to a stereo or even at times to a mono mix for years now, and if you want to go that route, there are a lot of 2-channel portable audio recorders that feature stunning sound and features. The Sound Devices 552 with 5 XLR inputs comes to mind, but we carry many more here at B&H. For this video, though, we wanted to focus on less expensive models, more in line with the limited budgets many DSLR shooters are working with. So hopefully with this one and the previous 2 videos we've done on the subject, we've managed to give you some idea of the options available for improving the sound quality on your DSLR shoots. From camera-mountable microphones to XLR mics like shotguns and lavaliers, to adapters, mixers, and recorders, there's a lot to consider. That's actually a good thing though, because it means you'll have a lot of options to give you the features you want at the budget you can afford. I'm Rob from B&H, and thanks for watching.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City Superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.